Okay, so this is like officially my 6th time trying to record this, and let's just say there were a lot of malfunctions and a lot of failed attempts, but I think this is gonna be the last one. Fingers crossed. Anyways, hello and welcome. I don't even know how to introduce this or what. So I'm just gonna start off by saying the facts, what everybody came here for. My name is Sara. I'm 20 years old and I dropped out of college. So there could have been plenty of reasons why you clicked on this video. Maybe you're thinking about dropping out. Maybe you just wanted to hear what I have to say. And I kind of wanted this to be a guide of some sort, but I'm not sure I'm qualified yet to guide anyone. I feel like I'm still learning and still finding my path, I guess. So this is more of a confession. So yeah, welcome officially to Confessions of a College Dropout. I just want to preface this by saying that my intention behind this video has nothing to do with encouraging people to not go to college or telling people that college is bad and that it sucks and that you shouldn't do it and that it's not worth it. That's really not what I'm trying to say with this. It's just my message to anybody out there, any kindred souls out there going through what I went through or something similar, and to feel like they're not sure if anybody else will understand them, and they're not sure where to go for any kind of support or answers. So that's really why I'm making this. And also because I feel like I've kind of kept it on the down low for a pretty long time. I mean, I did this at the start of this school year, back in August 2021. I didn't go back to school and I didn't really tell anyone. So this is kind of my way too of confessing and telling the world what I did. I know it sounds really dramatic. That's not really the point of me saying. I know it just sounds really dramatic. There's no way around it. But I just felt like to kind of get the weight off my chest, it would be good to do it this way as well. And also because I didn't really want to talk about it when I first did it, because I didn't want anybody's opinion. I didn't want to hear any positive or negative reactions towards it. I just really didn't want anybody else's input. I wanted to do it out of my own volition and to live with the decision as long as I could on my own without anybody else's influence, and then see if I could stick it out or see what happened in the end if I really decided that I wanted to go back to school. So that's why I didn't tell anyone. But now it's what would have been the second semester of my junior year of college, and I feel like I'm at a place where I know that I'm not going to go back, and if I do, it's not going to be maybe the same reason why I went in the first place. And I also feel like I know better what I want out of life and what path I want to follow. So yeah, I don't know. I was going to divide this up in parts. Yeah, you know what? I might do parts just to make it a little more organized, because I'm usually kind of all over the place. So this is part 1. This is why I decided to drop out. So I started college in 2019. I was majoring in fashion merchandising. I started minoring in Italian studies. I did my first semester and a half in person, and then the rest online, which would have been my entire sophomore year and a chunk of my freshman year. And yeah, it was interesting. It was definitely not a forgettable experience, but what I will say is I went into college with very high expectations, and I had this whole idea in my head of what it was supposed to be and what I was expecting to get out of it. And, all these experiences and unforgettable memories I wanted to have. And that is not really how it went. I'm not saying that it was the complete opposite of that, but I just feel like what I was experiencing in college, it contrasted with what I wanted to experience very greatly. So, I don't know. I'm not saying that everybody's college experience is going to be like that. Obviously, that's not true. Everybody's experience is different. But, I had this idea in my head of what I wanted it to be. to a certain point, I guess, fantasies of what I thought college would be like. It's just this amazing coming together of minds, and oh my god, I would meet so many amazing people and have all these perfect experiences that I never had in high school. It would be so much better than high school. And that's not exactly how it went, so I'll get into it. As time went on, after my first semester, I think especially because of COVID, I kind of started to realize that I wasn't, like I said, in college for like the best reasons. Of course I wanted to get my degree and study and learn more about fashion and everything, but I don't know, it came to a point where I like really was not there anymore, present at all during my Zoom classes, and when I would do my assignments, it was just like it would take every ounce of energy and willpower I had to finish them. It was not something that came easy to me, and it was not something that I felt like I wanted to do at all. Like there was no part of me that was like, yes, we're doing this assignment, we're gonna get it finished, it's fun to learn about this or to kind of expand my knowledge about this, that, whatever. That was completely gone. And I think it's because, like I said, I really mainly wanted to go to college because I wanted this sort of unforgettable coming into my adulthood experience, and I wasn't really getting that, and obviously because of COVID, way less so. And I didn't realize that I'd kind of lost sort of the passion I used to have for learning. And I think I didn't realize too that when I'd finished high school, there were definitely some very specific interests and things that I knew I wanted to pursue. And of course I was going to college to cultivate those and to kind of hone those in, but I think what I didn't realize is I was almost kind of postponing really diving into those and taking a chance on myself and on my career. Like taking a safer route, just because that was what I'd always envisioned for myself since I was a kid. And I was afraid to like risk it all and just go out there and try my stuff and just start from the beginning, you know, like just do it, just go all in. I was pretty afraid of that. And so I thought, I'm just gonna go to college, get my amazing college experience, my degree, and then my career and doing all those things. But like I said, after COVID started, I just started to become really depressed, and not only was I, like I said, not able to put in any of real passion or effort into any assignment or even just being in class and being present and being attentive, like I couldn't. I really didn't go out much. I wasn't really doing anything exciting. And since all of the energy I had, every last bit of energy I had, I put into trying to do school. Any other time outside of school, I just was so tired and I was so done, and I couldn't do any of the things that made me actually happy. Like any of my creative outlets, I had no energy left for them. I had no energy left for even things like, I don't know, exercising or working out or working on myself. I just had none left, none of me left to put into the things that I really cared about. And it just started to get really bad, and I felt like I didn't really know who I was anymore. I was kind of out of touch with myself, because it was just like I would put myself through all of this horrible, harrowing schoolwork, and I was kind of like on autopilot through it all, and just forced myself to get through it. And then finally, like when summer would come around or when a break would come around, all I would do is sleep and watch TV and not do anything. I had no passion or drive left to put into things, like I said, that I cared about, because I was so burnt out from school, from trying and forcing myself through all of it when I had nothing left to give to it. And I just realized that wasn't going to lead me anywhere positive, and I wasn't going to get anything positive out of school if that's how it was going to go for me. If that was my mental situation, like my heart wasn't in it, then I knew that in the end it was going to be a complete waste of time and money. So yeah, I kind of realized that at the end of my sophomore year in the summer, when I had a spiritual moment, and I don't know, it was kind of shocking to realize that I just didn't want to be in school anymore, and I knew I had to do something. So ultimately the best decision was to take a break / drop out and see what happened. And at first, okay, well, you know, that's part one, so let's close there. That's why I decided to drop out. Okay, so I guess that means part two is gonna be how it went, or how I'm doing, I guess. So this would be back in like August when I finally officially decided to do it. So okay, I dropped out, obviously didn't go back to classes, dropped it all. I was working during the summer, and then I decided not to just kind of try and figure out what I wanted to do, where I was headed, what I was gonna focus my time on. And so I tried starting social media, and I started like from zero. So first I was like, what do I do? Do I do TikTok? Do I do Instagram? And I don't know, something in me kind of felt drawn towards YouTube, and I've made a few videos and it went okay, but I was having so many issues at first, like personally and mentally. I felt like I didn't even know. Like I said, it took me a while to find myself after all that, being in such a like poor mental state for so long. But I was like trying to just test out different things that I obviously cared about and figure out what type of content I wanted to make and who I was trying to like be, I guess. If I felt like I wasn't really in touch with myself, and I was to a certain point just trying to kind of fit in, and it just took me a while to realize that that's what I was doing. It took me a while to figure out who I really was again, and posting those videos I think helped me kind of go through the motions of it, figuring out what my purpose was, what my message was, what really, really interested me and made me whole and made me happy. So yeah, but it was really tough at first. I just had so many issues kind of confronting all these different insecurities and different things that I felt kind of held me back from really being myself and really creating the way I wanted to. So yeah, it was really hard to work on that. It took a lot of meditation, a lot of like confrontation and being with my thoughts and facing my fears, I guess, to a certain point, kind of confronting my fears mentally and kind of coming to peace with that. Yeah, it was a lot of that. And I think that's another thing too, being in school kind of allowed me to put those like in a filing cabinet deep and somewhere in my brain and focus all of my energy on school and those things that I was doing at the time that were keeping me busy. That like being alone kind of made me realize that I had so much self-growth left to do and so much I needed to work on personally to like be a better version of myself and just to grow in general and to learn how to better handle different situations and how to like get through difficult things. So it was really nice to be able to kind of really dedicate time to that, because I mean I didn't realize before how much I still had to deal with mentally before dropping out, and it was a very long process. And I'm grateful that I had time and a place to be able to do that without any pressure about doing this or doing that, or you know, I could just be at home and work on different things and help out and work on finding myself along the way, which is what happened. But yeah, so after the first few months, I had more spiritual experiences that kind of led me to realize where the direction of my career and what like type of message I want to send out into the world has to be. And I feel like I know much better now what that is than I did before when I started, and I'm much more confident in what I'm doing now. I think I believe in myself much more than I did at the beginning, so I'm happy about that too. And yeah, I mean, it is really scary to start from zero. You feel so kind of overwhelmed, I guess. You feel like you're not sure what you're doing, like you're not sure where to go. But I think trusting and believing that somehow the universe is going to show you the way and show you exactly what you have to do and open all the right doors for you is basically the only way you're going to get there, whether you have a lot of traction or a lot going on for you or a little. That's basically the only way. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, so that's part 2. Okay, so this is part 3, and I guess, to be honest, I just wanted to make this because, like I said, if you clicked on this because this is something you want to do, or after watching the first 2 parts, you're like, yeah, this is what's happening to me, and I would really like to, like, know what to do now. I guess this is just, like, the advice portion. I don't know. But, yeah, I know, you know what? This is the part where I'm just going to kind of be completely honest and not hold anything back and just like explain my situation and give any advice to anyone who needs it. yeah, so I was lucky enough to have a family that supported me through this, to have a place to stay, and to, for the time being, also be supported financially, which I am so grateful for, and also grateful for the emotional support that I've received from my family and for them being there for me. I've had a few friends that have helped along the way, but like I said, I didn't really tell anybody except for my immediate family when I did this, and they were really supportive. So yeah, I am aware that I am very lucky to have that. Not everybody has a support system like that, or people by their side who will be there for them if they do something like this. But what I will say is, still like a hard decision regardless of that. I mean, what you're choosing to do is like, it's kind of changing the trajectory of your life, I guess. So even having them by my side, it was still really hard sometimes. I just felt like, what did I do? Like, am I sure about this? But at the end of the day, it was either I was going to put my all in to just suffer and not even get to this sort of goal that I really wanted to get to, or I was going to put my all in to like just try and start from zero and believe in myself like I never had before, because all my life I've struggled with it. I've struggled with believing in myself. I've struggled with looking past all of the negative thoughts and insecurities and judgments and caring what other people think and putting that first instead of putting my own happiness and my own well-being first. But just decided it was now or never. I was either going to continue to live a life I didn't want to live, or I was going to just start living now. So yeah, that's it. So basically that's what I'm trying to say is, even if you think things are going to be really hard and if you just don't see a way out, just try and trust, because that will ultimately get you somewhere. The universe will guide you somewhere and you'll find your way. And like I said, I mean, I have a support system like from my family, and I know that not everybody has that, but if you're watching this video and you need somebody to talk to and you don't have anybody out there who would be okay with talking about this or who would be by your side, I'm here. You can totally message me. I'll put something in the description box or in the bio so that you can message me. If you need somebody to talk to and you feel really alone about anything or about this, now you have me. I mean, the universe put me in your path, so yeah, I guess if you did feel alone listening to this, you're not anymore. It's random, I know, but I'm someone out there. If you need me, I'm here, so yeah. I guess that's the end of this video. Yeah, I just felt like I had to say all of this, and I had to put the message out there and put this out there and let anyone know who's also maybe going through this or who needs to hear it, that they're not alone, and we'll all find our ways, and that if you need help, I'm here, however far away. But thank God for social media, because we still find ways to connect with other people from across the world. So here I am, and thank you for watching. I appreciate anyone who watched this, regardless of what your opinion is, regardless of why you clicked on it. I just hope that you can take something positive away from this, whatever that was, and that, yeah, I mean, regardless of who you are, regardless of what's going on, hope you have a great rest of your days, and I don't know, talk soon, I guess.